Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable, where we attempt to chat about all things music. We are your hosts, Kim, Clint, Lyle, and Vicky. Please sit back and get into the music groove with us.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. I was thinking, because when he said that, I was just like, okay, so he's clicked it on. Okay, we don't really know what we're talking about. We're done.
A 2-second podcast, and we're out.
And we're
And
out.
we're out.
Done deal.
No.
No.
So what's this
I
crap you
was
want us to
gonna
talk about?
this is all you. This is all you, Lal. You're directing us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You were the idea man behind this one.
Yeah,
I got
we're
it.
not prepared at all. Just an FYI.
Well, you don't have to be prepared.
When are
for
we
this
ever?
one.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not
there
mad.
has been some where we've got like a little bit of stuff to go
Yes.
off of. This
That's
one
true.
I've got
It's
nothing.
yeah. But I think it's more rare that we're actually prepared than when we
I
aren't.
guess. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question, though.
Oh God.
What do you think of the 90s music now compared to back in the 90s?
I liked it then. I like it now.
But do you think,
Like compared
That's
to
like,
the short
so I'm
answer.
saying, like, because it was grunge.
okay.
Okay, so you had grunge, hair metal was gone. Or metal was gone, basically.
Metal was
It
dying.
evolved.
Yeah.
It evolved.
It evolved.
I was gonna say it would evolve. I wouldn't say it was dead, but
No,
But-
it's like dying out though, so they had to change the way they did it.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking, right?
So it was different then. But what do you
Well, compared to now stuff.
No, well, no, like when you listen to it, does it sound different than
No.
the 80s or?
Well, it sounds different.
Because I just think it's rock now. So
Yeah, it all kind of lumps together for me.
because I know they were saying,
Um,
well, is that the new punk? Is that
That's when a lot of the new genres came into effect. Because
Yeah.
remember, we would go into the record store and there was only like 3 things to choose from:
yeah, it was like country, rock, and
pop,
I don't even know if pop was
gospel.
Maybe,
R&B.
yeah.
It would have been R&B.
yeah.
R&B,
There-
R&B.
okay, so maybe a few more than 3. But you go into one in the 90s, there was a lot more, and then into the 2000s, there was a way more, and you were just like,
Yes.
why is my whatever album over in this weird alternative thing?
I was gonna say that was the birth of the alternative
And I was
music.
Like, that is not alternative. That is rock and roll. What is
Yeah.
your problem? Or that's hard rock.
That's what I was actually good because I see how he's split this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternative is what came out then,
That's
and it was
grunge.
pretty much alternative was pretty much going. I
to
don't
do
know how
with
to
you."
classify this. Alternative.
Yes, exactly.
But why? How did our stuff end up in alternative? It doesn't make any sense because it was not when it came out. So yeah,
Well, they obviously changed the classification of what they
totally
considered
did.
rock music.
Yeah, 'cause
so
now
then
ours
the stuff that
isn't.
we used to listen to no longer fits.
liars. They're the original rockers.
Right?
So I was just like, what's going
See,
on?
no, I knew this would spark a
polarizing
conversation. So
This is
that's why I'm just listening.
polarizing.
I'm triggered.
Triggered.
I think it doesn't. I don't know. It's
Well, because
See,
it
yeah,
already
he's got
been
this whole
around.
big sheet and there's no alternative in it.
no, because it's all
No, it's all
alternative.
genres.
So-
different genres.
Like Nirvana, and them, they were already around before then. Like some of those bands had already started
Yeah,
earlier in that time. So
Yeah, during
when-
the late 80s.
late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were on the scene.
So,
Do
but
we
they were all
want to
playing
talk
the
about your the selection on the grunge list?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
we might as well.
Go ahead.
Well, no, it's just okay. So what he's got down here is he's got Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Temple of Dog, Mother Love Bone, Mudhoney, Melvin, Stone Temple Pilots, Mad Season, Smashing Pumpkins, Candlebox Hole, Foo Fighters, and Sublime.
Sure.
Okay, let's back this up a second. So we're gonna start with Mother Love Bone. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna do the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, you take Mother Love Bone.
You gotta get off that register.
Sorry. You take Mother Love Bone, and unfortunately, their singer passed away. So they are a band without a singer. So, the singer's roommate at the time was the singer in Soundgarden, Chris Cornell.
Right.
So, as they were trying to get their traction and then find a new singer and stuff like this, Soundgarden kind of helped them out, and they formed a band, Temple of the Dog, which was members of Soundgarden
And Pearl Jam.
and members
No?
of Mother Love Bone.
Oh,
That's where
right.
they
That's how
brought in Eddie Vedder,
Yeah.
who was to be the new singer,
Yeah.
which then in turn became
Pearl
Pearl
Jam.
Jam. Okay, yeah,
So
that's what I.
all of these
They're all
They're
linked.
all linked and
Because
connected.
it's-
Yeah.
Because it was Seattle. Seattle was the start of the grunge movement, was it
Yes,
not?
it
was.
They
Yes,
were
it
all
was,
the
yeah.
underground bands,
Well,
and they all played
and
off
then-
each other and lived together. So, I
and
mean,
then up
it could have
in
been a
here-
90s
they-
sitcom.
There's only so many people you could, or so many bands you can fit in that city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then you take Nirvana, who you had there, and obviously they lost their singer.
Yeah.
In which case, their drummer went and formed his own band,
Fighters.
Foo Fighters, who's also in this
that's-
list.
Yeah. And Hole is also part of that.
And Hole was married to Kurt
Kurt Cobain,
Cobain.
yeah. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Seattle, love it.
But this Seattle is their neighbors to the south, and they did produce some really good music.
Oh, well, for sure.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. It's all good stuff. Is it any different? So, okay, let's go back to the question. What was the kind of question?
Well, I think like the
is
stuff
there-
like kind of like when we grew up on, like you listen to, stuff we listened to in the 80s that we grew up on, it still sounds the same
Now.
to me now as
Yeah.
it did then, and I love
Yeah.
it just as much now as
Yeah.
I did then.
'Cause it
I
hasn't
think this is the same
changed.
too. Like
Yeah.
the songs that you know and love, you'll always know and love.
yeah.
It's
But
just
what-
if you were gonna try to listen to something new, maybe.
Yeah, like, was there a difference?
Was there a difference between the 80s and the 90s?
Oh,
The
yeah,
sound, Just
definitely.
the sound.
For sure.
Yes, it was different.
Because
But-
80s was all like pop and synth, and then you get into the 90s and like grunge starts to happen, and it's all like
Poetic. Poetic?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Is that a good way to put it?
And grittier. It was
I was
darker.
going to say it was a
angst-ridden.
darker,
But it
a
was
darker
like-
type of music.
Wasn't polished.
No.
if you
No,
wanna
it
call
was
like
very
the-
raw.
Very raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is the kind of
That's a good one,
punk
raw, in the raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes for excellent live shows.
Was it like angst? Angsty?
Angst.
Yes.
It was
yeah,
angsty.
it definitely was angsty.
Yeah, but so it was definitely different than the 80s,
Okay, you
but
see
not in a
angst.
bad
Does
way.
he have her in here?
Angst.
Angsty. Who? Courtney Love?
No.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
I didn't have her in there.
What? Why not?
I
the heck,
remembered more
man?
Canadian bands, but I forgot.
You forgot Alanis?
How could you forget? She's
Alanis.
God.
Yeah.
I know.
God.
Have you ever seen the movie Dogma?
No.
Oh,
She
she's
is God.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Spoilers.
Wait a minute. No, Morgan Freeman is God.
Yeah, right? He is. Evan Almighty. Yeah, so I think it's just it's different. It's not that it's definitely not the same as the 80s music, but it's like
It evolved.
exactly like
Yeah.
we did. Music evolved with us, right? So
Don't
we
know if I
grew.
evolved much.
You make me question my choices in life here.
Every day.
Every day. So as the music evolved, we evolved with it. I kind of liken it to as your child grows up with you, whatever, like everything changes. But it's such small changes as it happens, you don't notice the big change.
Until you look back and go, holy crap.
shit.
Yeah.
What was that? So,
Like, I'll admit that it did change the music business.
yes.
Oh, 100% it did.
That's
100%.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, hair metal, if you want to call it that, or whatever was being played through the 80s.
Yeah.
It needed to change because everybody was copying everybody.
Oh, God,
Yes.
it got bad. Yeah, have you
Okay.
watched that documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You were here when you watched
I
it.
wasn't sure if we watched that one together or if that was a different one. Okay.
so
I know you guys can watch so many of them. It's hard to keep track.
Okay, you can just go to your corner. Do not strike down my perimenopausal brain. Okay.
we did.
Anyways.
Hard rock did come back
Yes.
Yeah.
towards the late 90s. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you had Nickelback, you had
Yeah.
POD, you had Evanescence,
Creed
Linkin Park.
and-
But that's a
Creed.
different type of rock again, too, compared
It
to
is.
But it was
the 80s.
heavier.
Yeah.
It's
It wasn't as
heavier, yeah.
polished, but it was
It was
harder
kind of
edge,
like
if you wanna call
grunge,
it that.
and our rock had a baby. And
Exactly.
It was all good.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
love it.
Because
Like they took the grunge and polished it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, added in some old school and
yep.
right,
There you
and
go.
we had
Yep.
more of the boy bands that came through.
Yep.
Country took
Yeah, that
Country took
a turn.
off. It took off.
Took
like,
off.
To
It took a
different
huge turn, too.
Because
because that
country
was even different
like,
because that was more of a stage show with like Garth Brooks. He put on
I think
those
that was
huge-
also like a merging of country and
Yeah.
rock. It was
Yeah.
not
It wasn't
just
so much
regular
rock and
all
old
those, yeah.
style country.
yeah, the
Yeah.
rockabilly
Twangy.
kind of very twangy, very oh, what is the word? Bluesy, bluegrass, and also folk.
Yes.
Is what I remember old country
That's
being
right.
like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Garth Brooks
And
country
then new,
is so
new
different.
country is more rock country.
yeah.
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 Shot my dog.
You didn't get songs
Married
like
my
that.
truck.
You didn't get songs like that. It was more of the rock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
'Cause their
They told more
influences were-
relevant stories in their
Yeah.
songs.
Like
Yeah.
they're still telling stories. I'll
Yeah.
say country music is definitely, it seems more story oriented, like
It does.
deeper kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old school.
It's
joke.
not as-
On
not
the
as
old
cheesy.
countries. If you play the record back, you get everything back.
Yeah, you get everything back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so where were we going with that?
Do you think the music scene needed that?
Yes.
Kick
Of course it did.
with
It needed a
grunge?
shake up.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of how long grunge actually lasted for.
About
It wasn't
5
that
years.
long. Yeah.
5 years?
It was about 5 years.
I think I
Yeah.
actually
'Cause-
pulled that up because I was like, it didn't last
after
that long.
Kurt Cobain died in 94, then
Yeah.
it started to die.
Started to die.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
started getting into the more like the 80s, one hit wonders,
Yeah.
which I have a huge list here.
Hoobastank is one of them.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. Is it's not so much. It
It's-
died. It evolved.
evolved as
Everything
well.
evolved.
Yeah.
Everything evolved out of everything else.
I say,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe died is the wrong word, but yeah, it evolved into something else, I guess.
Yeah.
More of the rock than
Yeah.
grunge, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much is like looking back on like the 80s hair metal is the biggest thing is obviously that's what was selling in the 80s, and it caused a lot of copycats. So to have something like the grunge was the great palate cleanser, as it was. Is
Yes.
instead of this copycat same sound over and over, let's dig
Yeah.
a little deeper. So instrumentally or whatever, it was just a harder sound. Lyrically, it was more thought-provoking lyrics and stuff. Like there was just something to it. The stuff in the 80s, it was all bubblegum pop. It was just not that I didn't mind the stuff at the time, but there was no substance. Whereas
Well, some people say the same thing about the boy bands when they came in. It went back to that bubblegum pop sound
Yeah.
that you had a lot of in the
Barbershop
80s too.
quartet
Yeah.
kind of sounds. Yeah.
But
Not that their songs weren't good
It's
either.
funny though.
It's
when
fun.
you
It's
could
good.
take you
Yeah.
could take the boy bands, and obviously you got the boy bands listed here from the 90s. The thing is, you could go back into the 60s and
have the same thing.
You had the Ricky Nelsons
Yeah.
and things like this, and it was a lighter fare of music. It
Yeah.
was just having that kind of nice sound,
And maybe we needed that after the grunge thing too to,
I think
get
so.
ourselves back out of the darker side of music.
Exactly.
So this kind of makes sense. It says for 90s music, authenticity, rebellion against the 80s, and a more angsty, cynical worldview. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shift from the decade of the 80s, excess of the 80s, to the raw, angst-filled authenticity. In the 80s, popular music featured glam metal, synth pop, and a focus on flashy guitar work, reflecting the decade's themes of excess and individuality. Conversely, the 90s saw the rise of grunge and alternative rock, which offered a reaction against 80s pop, with the more subdued, sometimes cynical sound. I was like, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
no, that's pretty good description.
That is, actually.
It is. It's actually kind of funny though if you think about it, because like the substance abuse, we'll go straight to that, was in both decades. Is just the 80s, like there's the substance abuse. This is cool. I'm a rock star. I'm going to do cocaine. I'm going to do whatever, all these drugs and stuff like this. It's a great big party. 90s is like, holy shit, I did all this stuff and look at what kind of crap I'm in now.
But it's so funny because the 90s had so many drugs as well. Like, think about all the
I was going to
raves.
say, it almost
There
seemed
was
like
so
it was
many
worse
raves.
in the 90s, in the early
Yeah.
90s specifically, than it was in the 80s even.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it
different
came
way
to
of
like
doing it,
heroin
maybe?
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say with the singer from Alice in Chains.
Yes.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Scott Weiland survived a lot longer than Lane Stanley,
Yeah,
but
sure.
they still had the drug addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ultimately
every-
Chris Cornell too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mother Love Bone, he overdosed
Yep.
as well. So,
So what was it, a different shift in drugs? Because it was still drugs, but I'm wondering if it was like just
I don't know,
different.
the thing I watched that I mentioned to you guys earlier, there's
Yeah.
if you want to get like really into grunge, there's a series called Dark Side of the 90s.
Yeah.
And one of their episodes was grunge and the Seattle Sounds, and I just watched that this morning. And yeah, they specifically mentioned heroin was the big
Yeah, it
the
was
big
the
one.
big one,
that-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because what were they doing in the 80s? More cocaine.
More cocaine, I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I think the shift.
and they
I
were
think it's
just
there was
drinking a lot more.
They were drinking
Like
and
drinking,
not eating.
like
yeah.
vodka and
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
else,
still
right?
substance abuse, just different.
Still
different
well,
kinds,
it was
yeah.
more of the,
Once again,
yeah,
it all
Nikki
sh-
Sixx that was doing the heroin, but
Yeah,
there was more of the alcohol
yeah,
like how much can you drink? Like,
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah,
made
well,
me
actually,
drink.
I think that really started in the 70s. The 70s was the really drinking, and then the
Yeah.
80s, they were more experimenting. Obviously, the cocaine came out, and cocaine is pretty much gives them the high energy, and that's why they're all bouncing around and all over the place, and I can do everything fast. And, purposely did it that way.
Sounds good.
Where have you been going lately?
Don't worry, he's not on anything right now.
No, he's not.
Right now.
He's just high on life.
And then, yeah, you go to the 90s, and like obviously the heroin was always around and stuff like this, but yeah, there was more concentration on the heroin. There's the fact that there were so many of them that died of the heroin. That had huge
Impact.
effect. Like going to the bands that I mentioned at the beginning, that had a profound effect on
100%,
them. And that is why their sound was in such a way. Like they're in this dark place.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all such tortured souls.
Yeah.
And that went into the 90s. Look at them. They're tortured. They had problems. They had so many mental issues that they subdued with the drugs and continued on with their music. But then it still took them in the end.
Yeah.
Really, really, really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've lost a lot of really good ones.
we lost a lot of amazing voices from that time.
When do you remember first hearing the grunge bands? I'll give an example of when we were at Leopard for the Adrenalized tour, and they played Pearl Jam 10, the album in its entirety.
Yeah.
That was the first introduction
To Pearl Jam?
to
Or to,
grunge
like,
in
to
general.
grunge?
So that was October of 92.
See, I wasn't even aware that was even such a thing when I was listening to Pearl Jam.
No.
Like 94, I guess. 92, 93, 94, whatever it was. Because I remember listening to 10, but I wouldn't have classified that as
No.
grunge.
No, I didn't. It didn't
Like, first
hit.
thing I think of when I hear grunge is Nirvana.
Nirvana,
Right?
yeah. And even Nirvana, this is awful. I cannot remember the space between listening to Nirvana and him passing away. That was the biggest thing I can remember because like Kelsey was 3 and we heard it on the radio that Kurt Cobain was dead. And I was just like, I don't remember how much I actually listened to Nirvana at that point.
Yeah.
Because they were out, but like how long had they really been out? So I think we heard it occasionally. It wasn't something that we owned. We heard it on the radio, etc. But we definitely heard more Nirvana after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the
wasn't-
bands like Alice in
yeah.
Chains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Soundgarden
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so-
at
like-
the end of high school.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, Soundgarden I knew
Soundgarden, yeah.
before then. Obviously, I knew of Nirvana. I listened to Nirvana in the sense of hearing it on the radio
Yeah.
or on the Much Music and
Yeah.
stuff. But I didn't.
Weren't in
Nirvana
tune to
was not
it?
one that captured me at
No.
that time.
Now it does. It's great now, but
It wasn't one that captured me at that time.
yeah.
But obviously, you have an appreciation for it. But I was still into more of the rock. So, like,
Yeah.
Soundgarden was the perfect kind of mix all the way through because they grew up kind of the same way we did. So I kind of carried with the sound with them. Obviously, with that, Pearl Jam was in that thing. Alice in Chains. All these bands all connected, everything like this.
Was Blind Melon
Yeah.
grunge? Because I remember loving Blind Melon.
It was like, see, no,
It's the same.
Blind Melon is that one.
More of the rock.
Because they only had,
Yeah.
because Shannon
had-
Noon, they only had one album out
Yeah.
and he
And he
overdosed
passed,
as
yeah.
well.
No, they had the second album.
No, it was only the one.
With Shannon?
I
See,
think,
because as I look down the list, and I'm like,
Don't know all of them?
well, no, it's not that I don't know all of them. I recognize more of the bands you have listed under, rock, even hard rock, than I
Yeah.
do under your grunge
Yeah, like
category, right?
grunge, I'll say.
Other than Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden. Like, I've heard of these because we've been talking about them, but I mean, if it wasn't for this, probably not past Alice in Chains.
See, I know.
I would know.
I know.
Maybe Foo Fighters.
I know up to number 5. I don't know really the Mudhoney or Melvins.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Stone
Stone
Temple
Temple Pilots,
Pilots.
I might know a
Smashing
couple, yeah.
Pumpkins, Hole. I definitely know Hole. Foo Fighters, Sublime, but yeah, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains.
you know,
Temple of the Dog.
Candlebox too.
What's that?
You know
I do know
Candlebox.
Candlebox.
You should.
Okay.
You know if you hear it, but it's Candlebox is.
But again, yeah, for me, for most of these, it's like
Yeah.
I might know 2 or 3 songs of them, and that's it.
I think, too, like I could have probably put more under grunge that I had under rock
Probably.
at the time because they were just different. Like Blind Melon probably could have been under grunge.
I felt they were kind of grungy.
Train? I don't know if I'd consider Train grunge.
No, like Stained, Trapped, Our Lady Peace, Moist,
Oh, what about
Big Wreck.
what is the name of the band? Runaway Train. I think of them as grunge.
Soul Asylum.
Soul Asylum.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then-
So they had 2 studio albums with Shannon Hoon.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Blind Melon 1992 and Soup
Yeah,
1995.
no, I remember Soup
Oh,
coming
okay.
out because it was during the.
Because he died in October of 95, shortly after Soup's
Oh, okay.
release.
So that's probably
It
why.
was just, it was
You never heard anything off it.
not really.
Okay, that's why.
No, it was the other one.
Yeah.
I'm really sad about that one because I really like Blind Melon.
Yeah, I kind of categorize them all different, but I think one of the things that was kind of neat is like
Belle Biv DeVoe.
I would say, obviously, the grunge was the nice beginning of the '90s palette cleanser,
Yeah.
and then that opened the doors. Really, for what you have on your other list is it was instead of like this, like in the '80s, like it was almost the mainstream hair metal band was the mainstream, and that was everything you heard. Didn't matter what radio station you're listening to. You're kind of pulling from that.
Yeah.
When you got here, grunge was kind of that palette cleanser, but it allowed all the other different genres to come out. So all of a sudden, yeah, you did have an influx. Not everyone's going to listen to the dark and heavy music. So all of a sudden, you get to have the lighter fare, the boy bands, or just straight run of the mill rock, not hair metal, but actual rock. And then also, the country artists, as they say, they evolved. They brought in, the next generation of country music, but mixing it with the rocker
rock,
edge
yeah.
for like the live shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So like really, I think that's where the '90s just kind of like literally blew up, and then you actually have like the huge influx, which I don't think is shown in here, was also the dance music, the whole dance music.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's
music.
some
That's
of
a whole
the,
other
I
thing,
think some
yeah.
of the one-hit wonders, I think, are
Probably.
Could be.
like
Not jumping
Groove
around.
is in the Heart, Delight, like
Yeah.
the Macarena. Like there was a lot of,
Mambo number 5.
like a lot of that one hit. This, like, a lot of these songs have stood the test of time, like the Verve, Bittersweet Symphony.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was reading through the list, like these songs play in my head as I'm reading down the
Always.
list, right?
That's what I was like, how dare you put House of Pain on here? Eagle Eye Cherry. Like there's so many. Like I don't think of some of these as one hit wonders, but I know they are.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was just a quick
Blind
list.
Melon. Loose.
Yeah, like see,
Like
like
that was the thing, right?
well, like I could see the House of Pain as House of Pain.
Yeah.
Yes, because they only had like a couple albums, and then the
He
one
went off by himself.
Yeah, he went off and did his solo career. So that's
That's who I think of in total, right? Like it's just
no, I
like,
know,
yeah.
but yeah, like because that was the Irish group.
Yeah, as the band, they had a one-hit wonder, and then they went on to do their own thing
Yeah.
after that. Yeah.
What's it called though? Come on, everybody. What is it?
What, Everlast?
Everlast. Thank you.
But yeah, like I'm almost. You can almost see like a parallel with the 80s and 90s, like
Oh yeah,
'cause
yeah.
disco and all that stuff died before the 80s.
I was going to say, yeah, as you transition from decade to decade.
Yeah, the techno, you got all the British coming in, you got
Mm-hmm.
the hair metal, you've got
So
the
it's-
one-hit wonders, you've got the 90s are the same thing, the 60s were the same thing.
Yeah.
Even, it's not so bad now, I don't think, because of the, at that time, obviously, we didn't have the streaming services. You could actually buy CDs, and a lot more stuff was getting played on the radio, songs that would stand out. And I know up here, it's totally different than what is played in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So up here, it could be a one-hit wonder. In the States, you could get more, right? I don't.
Well, and vice
I don't know.
versa, as we've covered before,
Exactly.
too, right?
Yeah. So, and I think, yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like I think one of the things you're saying is like, going back to the 70s or whatever is like, so the disco was kind of the palette cleanser at that time.
Yeah.
It was something different, an amalgamation of the sounds of the time into this new dance thing, which came out. Obviously came out, people got sick of it after a while.
Very quick.
And then
Kind of like grunge.
Pretty much.
well, then
Yeah.
that's just then it emerged and it changed and it became kind of what we knew from the 80s with the synth bands and then into the hair metal bands and stuff like this. So same things, you get this grunge and it was a raw, aggressive sound that at the time was great, and I still enjoy it, but it's not for everyone. And then from that, everything branched off and changed, and that once again, I think it opened more doors for more sounds,
For sure. Yeah.
And then so from
More
that
acceptance of different things.
yeah, well, from that, then, like, I don't have to be scared of what sound I want to play. I can play almost anything.
Yeah.
So that's where once I'm going to use the country again, is now you can take that country artist is I no longer have to be saddled with the old folksy style. I can play my music, my way, my lyrics, but I can throw kind of a rock edge to it, entertain the people in a new way, now opening new audiences to it. And then that evolves, and that goes further. Is like, so you get Garth Brooks, who does big stage shows. Shania Twain does big stage shows.
Yeah.
You get into generations where, like, your Taylor Swift pretty much would have been born from that, and move forward to almost a more poppy kind of music, but huge stage presence and all this, which, if you peeled it all the way back, would literally almost go back to the 80s and the hair metal stage performances.
Yeah,
All comes full circle, right?
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think as soon as you start going past the 80s into the 90s into the what do you call
2000s.
the 2000s?
The 2000s,
dots.
I don't even set it up now by decades. No.
So, the access to becoming a musician got easier.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yes,
see
that's for
such
sure.
so much more of it. It's so flooded. So even the 90s, you were starting to see that flood, right? There was
Yeah.
so much to choose from because it was cheaper
Yeah, with
to,
the internet being
to do
more
it.
available to everybody.
Yeah.
and-
Well, there's the computer programs by that time because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Macs had just come out. They've already developed recording software. Mm-hmm. People are all able to record at home. And now, like what we're doing right here,
right?
it's on a laptop.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Some mics and an audio interface.
Sitting around a kitchen table.
Yeah. And it comes out to be
Yeah.
pretty close to what you get in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. And that's what
That's-
people,
What do you
the
mean?
And
music,
that's
I'm
perfectly
perfect.
okay.
but that's what I mean. Like, and then if you want, you eventually do make it into the studio, but it's a good way for people to break through. Like you had Justin Bieber that
I was
You know,
going to mention that. Yeah.
puts videos out on YouTube,
Justin.
but puts videos out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's one of the highest selling artists.
Yeah.
You have Taylor Swift that, she was singing away, doing the country records, and next thing you know, she's doing a Crossroads, and next thing you know, it's blowing up.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with Garth Brooks. The performances, the stage setup in the round, it was a Kiss show. It was.
But you think, okay, so I don't know.
It's all these.
It is,
know,
but it's the way they evolve.
they promote
too.
themselves.
Because I don't know if any of you remember what Garth Brooks was like when he first came out. Mm-hmm. Okay, he was not what he became.
No,
so
absolutely not.
It was such. I don't know, such an evolution. It's so weird. Just the fact that I think back to like what I saw like on the music awards when he would do his stuff, and I was like, that is so not what he is.
But even
So
like there's
it
the Tim
changes.
McGraw's, who else is on there? I gotta look at my list here.
I don't know, lots of people.
Like, yeah. Kenny Chesney,
Totally
Alan Jackson, Trisha Yearwood.
Faith Hill, like
Yeah, Faith Hill. Yeah.
I love Faith Hill.
Me too.
The Chicks. There you
the
go.
chicks,
The
yeah.
Chicks.
Yeah.
With Billy Ray
George
Cyrus
Strait.
and Montana, or
That's
Mon-
very old school George Strait.
Yeah.
it's just, yeah,
Travis Tritt.
yeah. Like there was such a
Toby
change
Keith.
to
I like him too.
the better for the artist.
Well, I think
And this is by the end of the 90s because you had all this technology as well, and the
Yeah.
change had already taken effect. So
Yeah.
we can do whatever we want.
Well, and that's why in the middle of it merged.
Yeah.
That I think grunge didn't last that long because the change was happening and it happened fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people took that and went with it and continued to change. I think I was also reading that Kurt Cobain dying did help end grunge, and them also pulling back because it says something about him pulling back because they didn't like the exposure.
Yeah, it's hard because if you think about what the grunge was, it was
It's
supposed
too
to be
commercial.
It was kind of the punk of the 90s.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the underground movement.
Yes.
And for you to
Yeah.
be mainstream and on on all the magazines, on all
Yeah.
on the video channels and stuff
They
like
didn't like
this.
the commercialization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Addiction issues. Lane Stanley with Alice in Chains. Touring problems for bands like Pearl Jam also contributed to the end of
Yeah.
Well, we've talked
But it's
about
like
that.
by that point, like all the big record labels, like grunge started with the record label Sub Pop, which started in Seattle, obviously.
Yeah.
And they were, from what I was watching on this episode of the thing I mentioned, it was very much a like do it yourself. Like the record labels, the record
catch.
labels in LA and New York, they really
Could've been
didn't
loud.
want to have anything to do with
No.
that kind of music at the time. So they basically did it themselves.
Yeah.
It was a
And
quick
then
toe
once-
dip.
Yeah. But then once things started to catch on and the big labels did
Yeah.
get interested, that's when it seemed to start to fall apart too.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like the commercialism
They
and
didn't
stuff
want the
like that.
commercialism,
Yeah.
and then like they said,
They just wanted to play for the love of it.
Yeah. Where does it say it? The period of grunge peak influence and commercial success was 91 to 94. The 94 was the beginning of the grunge decline because Kurt Cobain's suicide was a significant blow to the scene, and other bands like Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam faced their own challenges. His death was a major factor in the decline as he was a central figure to grunge. So I mean, it makes sense. Like it was all so much so fast for that genre.
Yeah.
It exploded it. It
And
couldn't
I
take
don't
it.
think they knew how to deal with it. And,
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is too bad. I mean, a lot of great stuff came out of there, but
Yeah.
the evolution that came out of there, I think, was even better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? What we got in return.
Well, I probably like it more now than I did before. Like I liked it back then,
Yeah.
but I like it. Like Alice in Chains is probably one of my favorites
Yeah.
from back then.
Oh yeah, we love Alice in
Like,
Chains.
so-
But like, would you have gone like back then? I don't think we would have gone to see them in concert.
No.
They didn't really come. Well, one, they didn't really come up here. I don't
No.
think. But it wasn't something that was fully on our radar at that point. And we would have probably been the target audience
Yes.
at that age, right?
Exactly.
Too busy doing other things.
Yes.
Raising children.
Raising
Yes.
Raising children.
Yeah.
It's-
That might have had something to do with
That
it.
have something to do. But
No, I just thought interesting look that we're probably going to be talking a lot more about
Yeah, we'll delve deeper
on
into.
this.
Well, because we didn't even
the
talk
very
about boy
near
bands.
future.
Like boy bands was there too at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So it was
They
such
made
an
a big-
interesting mix
yeah.
between all of them, right?
It seemed like it was a big change in general
Yeah.
in the 90s once they
Oh.
got rid of all the hair metal and all that. And a lot of bands
Then
that,
there was a bunch of other bands and genres
Let's
that
see
were
what
fighting
everybody
that,
for their time in the spotlight, so
yeah,
to speak.
that they can
yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
Really. And that's where it all probably came down to. So,
I was
Throw
going
it
to say
out.
on that with the boy bands talking on that is there's that one you were talking about that Netflix series you watched with the promoter.
Yeah.
Like that's a good thing for us to kind of watch it before you talking to boy
Yeah.
bands because it was almost more about
It's about
promotion,
money. Yeah, it was
the
about
promotion of the band more than any of the talent or anything behind it. It was just
selling it.
selling it.
Yeah.
And that, which obviously that's where the record companies and all that come in. It's all selling a product and stuff, and going back to the whole reason your hair metal and all that kind of died is it was oversaturated because they saw money in it and well I got to get the money out now while I can and they
Well,
oversaturated it.
And that's what happened with boy bands.
yeah.
Yeah.
It got oversaturated because
Yeah.
it was like, ooh, this is a good idea. Let's all go into this.
Yeah,
And it
right.
was dumb. So that is an interesting thing that there's still some boy bands around that actually made it through that slog with not
I say about half of the ones that he has listed there.
yeah. And some of them had to take a big break, and they're more back
Yeah.
for the nostalgia tour, which
Right.
is fine. I'm totally good with that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, some of the boy bands it's not so bad because they were adults when they started.
Yes.
So-
Well, ish.
I was gonna say Hanson, weren't they like 12 or something?
no,
Yeah.
They were such
no,
little
but see
kids.
that's where I was
Yeah.
kind of going. Like
They went away for a long time and
So
came back,
so
yeah.
something like the Backstreet Boys and that like they can
New Kids and
In
new
sync
kids
and-
they
In
can
sync,
kind of
yeah.
carry with it.
Yeah.
The Hanson is a more difficult one because they came out because they were such a cute thing at the
Oh my God,
time,
Yes.
and now
Bob
they're
was so
adults, so
cute.
it's a little harder to kind of to gravitate to that
Oh, yeah.
because
it's
But
weird
they
to
are
see
good.
30-year-olds singing mbop.
exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if they sing. I wonder if they sing it all.
Oh, they would have to.
They would
Like,
have
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
like the
gosh.
song.
It is the
I'm
song.
sorry for some of these artists. They would have a tour
Streets
and
back. All right.
they have a tour. They may have to play that same song six times that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm sure they freaking love that. But
Right? Oh man. Yeah.
yeah. I can remember liking Mbop and all like whatever Hanson had to
totally.
do, which was funny because I remember them being on like Entertainment Tonight and we're like, who's this? Like they're actually really good. They're so cute. They're so little,
Right?
Like, well, I feel bad for them.
braces.
Like they are very talented individuals.
Yeah, they are.
And they came out, and obviously they were cute, and that was it. They were cute, and they
Yeah.
were fad, and
But they hadn't hit puberty yet.
No, they hadn't.
but they still had that music ability. But the problem is everybody wanted them to be these
Cute
cute
forever.
little
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
And you're almost not taken serious now that you're
Yeah.
actually an adult and you're a polished veteran in the music.
Yeah.
Theirs is interesting though because they're brothers.
Yeah.
They were raised in a very religious family.
Yeah.
That was their extracurricular activity, was doing music. Like that was very interesting in its own self, and now they're back again doing that same thing. Who else is like that? The Jonas Brothers.
Oh yeah, the Jonas
Right?
Brothers. Yeah.
They were
Or
they're
coming
very
to town
much,
this month.
Yeah.
they were younger. They were
Thursday, I
teenagers
think.
when they did it. Their religious background again. It was their output to do whatever. Like this was just the stuff that they did, and they just got seen and made right. So
That's
same
another thing
kind
that
of
I've
thing.
recorded and haven't watched yet. Is a new. I think it's only a 6-part series or something, but it's called Songs and Stories with Kelly Clarkson, and she's been doing interviews with different artists. And the Jonas Brothers was the first episode. I haven't
Really?
watched any of it yet. I'm recording
That would
it
be
all
good.
first, and then I'm going to binge it.
Oh, that would be good. What's it called?
Songs and Stories with Kelly Clarkson. I think it's on Tuesday nights or something. You probably find it online somewhere.
Probably.
See that one there, like obviously that's not what this topic today is about.
Yeah.
But her herself is an interesting thing.
Yes.
Yes.
On the evolution of music was
Yes.
Yeah.
the American
Yeah.
Idol.
The American Idol thing.
American
We'll get to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another whole
another
nutso thing, right?
Yeah.
To add to
Is
the
it
long
good? Is
list.
it bad? What is it? And then
Yeah.
even then going into like Rockstar Supernova.
Yeah.
That's a whole
I say all
other
those
thing.
talent
All those
shows.
things, right?
Yeah.
I remember we loved that.
Oh, it was a
that
great
was
one.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we went into because we knew the artists that were running
Yeah.
the auditions in essence.
Yeah.
But I still listen to one of the singers. So
You still look like do you know?
Toby Rand.
Oh, I still listen to Lucas Rossi. We listen to we have some of the albums and stuff. So it's Toby Rand was really good too, but he
Yeah.
didn't win.
No, and I think he should have. But
You think he should have won over Lucas? Oh, okay, we're gonna have this.
Ding ding!
Ding ding.
There we go. The punching bag.
I have the
The
glove.
punching glove.
Yeah.
but I remember
Roll
him
the punches.
singing there, and I had to find his other band and
Yeah.
out of Australia.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and order
No,
the
he's
CDs.
very
and,
good.
Yeah,
I
kept
do
listening
have
to the
some
bands all
music
the time.
from some people I've seen on America's Got Talent too.
Yeah.
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 They're good.
Yeah.
We may have to have this out of our podcast.
That would be another
Obviously,
day.
different episodes and stuff like this. But
Yep.
obviously, I'm not necessarily a big fan of some of those shows.
No.
The one that I do like is The Voice, because the fact that to start it, they don't get to see what the artist looks like.
Yeah.
Yes.
They actually
Yeah.
can only hear the voice, because
Yes.
really that's what you should be scaling it on.
Yeah.
100%.
So on that point of it, I liked that premise
Yes.
of that show. Not
Yeah.
that I'm a big fan of these shows in general, but I did like that premise.
You also liked Rockstar Supernova.
I like Rockstar Supernova, but that was biased because, like I said, I knew Tommy Lee and James Newsted and
Yes.
Gildy Clark.
And yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the three of them. So
But yeah.
yeah. So,
Sounds good.
but yeah, so
The fight is coming.
the team is coming.
Lyle brings us in. Let's talk about the nice. We blow up, and it's like, so well, this is what we come to talk about today. And through it, we're got like 16,000 more episodes for you
I
people
told
to
you.
talk
It was
about.
Exactly,
this
yeah.
It
one
was just,
question
it was just
asked,
a
and then
question,
that was
and
it.
it didn't mean
And
we
it
had to stay on top.
it
Yeah.
evolved into.
It evolves and
Evolved just
Yeah,
like the
so-
music industry did.
Exactly.
And we're good. It's fine.
Exactly.
But
I
we'll
will
carry
never
on
shut up,
this-
apparently.
yeah.
No.
This will
never.
be a
Place your bets, everybody.
An ongoing
It's ongoing.
this will be
topics.
ongoing. Yes.
It will
Ongoing
be.
topics.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just like we spent 2 seasons on the 80s.
I was going to say, welcome to the new season.
up,
We're into the
guys.
90s.
We're not, and it's not like we're not going to go back to the 80s because it's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
happen.
there's still stuff that we
because
need
a
to
lot
cover.
of these
Yeah.
artists, they started in the 80s.
They did.
Yeah.
Went up to the 90s.
I
and
mean,
then-
80s is the place in our heart. That's that, right? So, I
Exactly.
mean,
But we'll
Yeah.
be.
we have to still talk about other genres. God,
Child of the
or
70s, grew up
years.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we were teenagers still in the 90s. Like, let's not forget.
absolutely,
That was
yeah.
like our mature maturing years. So, okay. Oh, I know.
It's like, no, I haven't matured
No, I
yet.
haven't matured yet. Okay, that was supposed to be our maturing years. And so realistically, we were growing up with that music.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't our teeny bopper years. It was our adult years in
Yeah.
the 90s. So it's so different.
It hits differently when
yeah,
you're a different age.
your youth age compared to your, because how
Young adults.
What were we? Ben in the 90s,
Well,
how old were we? Because we were 18
21.
in 92.
In 92, 17.
Yeah.
17, yeah.
Yeah.
So early 20s.
So yeah.
Late teens, early
to our
20s.
mid-20s.
To mid-20s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was definitely...
It was almost that we could make our own choices of what we listened to rather than relying
Having
on
to
what
listen to what our
everybody-
parents listened to.
or
Yeah.
what we saw. Yeah.
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 We were picking
We're making
what we
our
were
own-
listening to in
Making our
the 80s anyway, but we always had the parents saying,
I don't know. I feel like
that.
I was forced to listen to whatever you wanted to listen to.
That is
pretty much.
very true. I love you, Victoria. How many times were we in the back of the truck and what were we listening to? Nothing
Def
we
Leppard.
wanted to listen to. Did we ever have a say?
Pearl Jam.
We didn't have a say, goddammit.
Save it for your get together. Your get together show.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm in
Don't
trouble.
worry,
Okay,
Chad.
I'm in trouble.
I mean, we
trouble.
didn't get a choice. It was never about what the girls wanted. It
No.
was always the
Yeah.
boys' bands, not the, because we would have, I still remember going and playing a song for you in the car one night. And I was like, what do you think of this song? And he's like, that's actually pretty good. I was like, I love to hear that. You like a New Kids on the Block song. So, I mean,
I knew where she was going the moment she said, "Oh, she's bringing up the new kid story."
my car, my rules.
That's
Oh,
right.
boy.
Yeah.
So, I
See,
mean,
the problem was he drove.
he
Lyle
did
drove
drive.
everywhere.
Yeah,
that's
So
fair.
I did.
So, and
we always
usually
had to
it was-
listen to what he wanted to
Yeah,
listen
it
to.
was a lot of.
I'm
Yeah.
in trouble.
Okay, first of all, I know this is off topic here, but have you not noticed even this evening, in between our breaks, he's the one
He's
with
the
the
one, too,
laptop, and
that's
so
it,
he's playing the music.
Yeah,
But there were songs that you
That
guys
is
liked
true.
too. So
I
it
mean,
didn't
that is
matter.
sure.
true.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah,
We have
because
to-
we grew to
Only
love them
fast
because we
forwarded
heard
one.
them
It was
all
his, the one that
time.
he wanted to listen
Yeah, I
to.
know.
So that was good.
And then you
That-
went back to it because
I
he
did.
went, hey,
this it goes back to the misogyny of things, and yes, women's or ladies' night is going to be real
it's
fun.
going to be fun.
I guess on that
See, the problem is we're going to do this. You guys are going to record the episode. It's going to be out there.
It's gonna be a hit.
And all the women are just going to jump on that
It's
one.
going to be our biggest.
Lyle's going to come back with the statistics. This is not fair.
you mother effers. What did you do differently?
You broke my podcast.
And the spinoff is ladies' night.
Yeah. I'll just be sitting here pressing record and
That's
you guys
right.
can talk all the
That's
time.
right.
There you go.
You guys
Just
suck.
hit record and then leave.
Yeah.
We'll take care of the rest.
Have a drink, yeah.
ruined everything. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll go
It'll
play
be
video
fun.
games.
Yeah, okay.
So still doing what you want to do. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I guess with that, are we?
Yeah, I think we're good for now.
Okay. So with that, we will catch you guys on the B side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast, and make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter, and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.